Second game in the second round between Curse Gaming and Copenhagen Wolves. Let's see how they can pull off this best of 3. And let's just speed it up a little bit what we're going on. So, Curse Gaming have gone for Hell, Onher, Ymir, Alquan, and Sobek. Alquan's gone for a more sustained sort of item build early on. Now, for Copenhagen Wolves, we've got 4, Ares, Hercules, Guan Yu, and Hell. Now, I have to come out and say it. Whoever let Curse Gaming get Ymir and Sobek wants shooting. Absolutely shooting. They are the most 2 annoying tanks in the game, and they're on the same team. That's just... Ow. We're going to see a lot of hurt coming out from those 2 there. Pluck, stuns, the everything. Both teams have opted to go for both damage buffs. We'll see if they're going to go on. So, yeah, both teams both have Hand of Gods and Girdle of Might. Now, to kind of tell you what this really does, you kind of have on each side, you'll use either the Girdle of Might on the first buff or on the second buff, depending on what it is. If there's 3 of you, use it on the first buff, get the first buff out of the way quicker, get your mid in there, and then on the second buff, just kind of whittle it down as fast as you can. On the Hand of God side, you'll kill the first buff normally, because there might be 3 of you there, and then use the Hand of the God on the last buff. That way you can clear the buffs a lot quicker, and you always really want Hand of Gods in the game for a Fire Giant still, or just to protect it, because it now does, when it's below 10% on the Gold Fury or the Fire Giant, you can now get a steal in. I've done that before where I've just charged in on an Odin actually, jumped in, when there's like 1 bar left on the Fire Giant, hit my Hand of Gods, bang, I've just stole it. Spray taking some early damage, probably going to get like a 1-off on to the best. No, it doesn't in the end. So let's just have a look at the lanes we're going on here. We have on the right hand side 4 and Guan Yu versus Ymir and Onher. Braveheart. Well, I'm just thinking Zapman. But it's pretty much the same setup for those 2. They got the Ymir and well, actually I think it was Sobek for the last game. Sobek and Onher. So they're just still picking the tanky. The Pompon has gone right hand side with Sobek this time, so get a bit more pluck on the left. Now, is it your game? No, yeah. Young Bay has been taken down a little bit there. He has got the movement speed buff, which also gives attack speed as well. But items-wise, Freya and Alquan have both taken Vampiric Shroud. Pompon obviously likes to use his Vampiric Shroud and Death Toll, just to keep him more sustained. Alquan doesn't have any potions though. Pluck coming out from Sobek, pushes up Ares. Ares taking quite a bit of damage there from Pompons too, and goes down so early in First Blood. Hercules pushes forward against the wall, but didn't quite do anything. Might even go down. There's 2 going to come out of there. Aegis used so early on, and Sparks... no, it's not Sparks. Shadow misses the pluck there on Young Bay. But they managed to secure the first kill, but very nearly got the second one, actually. First kill, First Blood, goes to Curse Gaming. So that's going to put him ahead, and Pompon got that. And then gets his ult up quickly, uses that straight on Hercules. Hercules uses his 1 to escape that one, as he didn't have his Aegis up. Did use his 3, so he's going to get most of his... quite a bit of his health back, but it is only probably level 1 at the moment, so he won't get too much health. Look, you can see it got about, I don't know, less than a quarter, maybe a quarter bit of his health back. Alcorn's gone back into the jungle creeps to kind of carry on there. Some action going off on the right hand side, stun coming out, and stun and ultimate from Onher, teleporting out there by 4. 4 manages to get away with that one quite well, and Zapman taking quite a lot of damage from Guan Yu there. Kind of has to be mindful of the supports. Early on, they can still do quite a bit of damage compared to everyone else, as most people just have boots. So everyone's kind of all on the same level playing field at the moment. It's only when you start getting 2 or 3 items in that everyone kind of breaks off into their little roles. So Boots of Celerity coming off onto Sobek, so he's going to want that extra cooldown reduction and movement speed. On her just jumping back, and a strange wall, but they're going to go back just probably in time for their buffs to come back up when they come back out. Now, Well, still on half health though. He did, well, like I say, he took a lot of damage, but he's just going to kind of get on there. Doesn't have a death toll. He just went for War Tabby boots, so he's just got level 2 War Tabby. So he's trying to get his DPS out early. That's generally what happens. If you don't go for a death toll or a sustain item, you're not held back by about 750 gold early on and can get some more damage out. Decides to make the long run back to the creeps. Maybe it would have been better for him to back out, buy his item and then go there. But then again, he might have just been a bit short on cash and thought, right, if I just get this little bit of gold, then go back. No, decides to carry on. Gonna go for some more jungle buffs. Take out the damage buff while he's at it. Hell in mid just kind of duking out Alquan, maybe getting the best to come round as well. But the best just going to sit there and get rid of the creep waves and keep carrying on. Yeah, like I was saying, Zatman and that have all just come back, waited for their creep buffs to disappear, well, respawn. And where did the cooldown reduction go? Because that was actually there when they backed. Oh, I guess they must have got that first and then went back for this movement speed. Strange, strange. Left-hand side action going on. Shadow misses the clip onto Ares. We have Hercules and Pompon just fighting it out here. Shadow's coming back in to kind of help out. Girdle of Might going out. And heal from Hercules coming out. Misses the banish. But Sobek's ult coming up. Not doing anything there as it was Aegis. Ares ult trying to pull up there. But then Freya used his ultimate to get up there and finish off Hercules with so much burst damage on early on. So there's 2 there kills. Did Hercules die both times? No, it was just Hercules and an Ares. So they both died once. So at least they're evening out the deficit on the Copenhagen Wolves side. As you don't want one person dying all the time. You want to kind of spread it out at least. Or at least try and protect the carries anyway. But you don't want one person to fall so far behind that in team fights they're just going to be focused so quickly just because they're so low. They're so low health and so low items. Shadow gets the pluck up onto Ares. Ares gets flicked back as well and then gets taken down by Freya. So there is another pickup there on the left lane. All the action is going on the left lane at the moment. Left tower might actually go down as well. We'll stay with this one, see if they keep pushing it. There is a lot of archers around, but 2 bars on the tower. I think Hercules is going to come back just in time, just to kind of save that up. But if they get caught out again, Banish did go up in Ares just to kind of, not Ares, Hercules, just to kind of wind him up. Easy to just do it sometimes. He's got so much mana, why not, eh? Now the 4 comes in onto Pompon. Hercules pushes him against the wall, uses the Aegis ability, but he is going to go down as he's under tower. 2 coming out from Hercules pushing him up, and then 4 gets the kill onto Freya. So obviously Hercules was sitting in the jungle, not Hercules, 4 was sitting in the jungle, and then just kind of hammered down whilst they was under the tower, and Shadow decided to back out, leaving him kind of to it. As Freya was pretty much gone. Loads of change coming out from Ares. Misses his second one though. Gets the shield fire onto Sobek. Sobek gets pushed back. But manages to flick Hercules under the tower. So he takes 1 unnecessary damage from the tower. With Ymir also coming in round the back. Now, they're not really going to be able to do too much damage. They're probably just going to be more annoyance. Ares misses his chains. There's a stun also missed by Ymir. Ymir just ulting. As Sobek gets the fling up, throws Hercules over Ymir, getting the ult off. Ares also pulls out his ultimate to pull back Ymir. Sobek uses his Aegis Amulet, and Hercules' ult come out there on top of either of them, really. Ares also using his change just to slow him up there, just kind of keep him back. Sobek's ult coming out on Youngbei. Now, is he going to keep that back? So if Sobek would have probably stayed with Hercules, they could have killed Herc now. Freya coming in here, just going to get... Oh, he's going to get the last kill just in time. But Ymir uses his Aegis before the fire could kill him. And then also gets knocked into tower range by Sobek. So probably if Shadow hadn't have used his spin there, they could have probably got the kill on Ares. But hindsight's a valuable thing, really, isn't it? Pompon finished the boots. So that's how he managed to get up round the side quite quickly. He's level 10 now, so he's doing quite well. He's got 4 kills to 1 death. So they are charging up Pompon, trying to keep him fed as much as possible. He has got the highest gold count in the game at the moment. Hell coming over to kind of help out, just keep everyone up. Ares is going to back out. Pompon just picking up the red buff. 4's going to come around the corner here if you can see him. Yeah, there he is. Going to be a stun wall coming out. No, get banished up in the air. Alcorn behind him gets a score off as well. He's backing himself into a corner. He's used his hammer throw, so now he's in a bad situation. He can't actually get out. Ymir's there, and he's going to use his ultimate ability to get out of there and just go up. And uses it to get back to the tower. Did take quite a lot of damage there in the end. Went down to about 1/3 health. Now they're all around the Gold Fury. They're going to take a really early Gold Fury. This is at 9 minutes. This is probably the earliest I've seen so far. 9-minute Gold Fury. Ultimate coming out there from on her to try and secure this down. Hercules also throws his ultimate in there to maybe just kind of disorientate everybody. And Curse take the first Gold Fury of the game at the 9-minute mark. So they're really going like headlong into this game. Soon as they got the early early feed onto Freya, they've got the extra damage output there. Just kind of push on. And then just blew a few more ults just to burn it down quicker before they could get through. Curse have the only wards on the board at the moment. 2 round of Gold Fury where it's already gone down. In the middle we got Hell just kind of pushing up on the best. Just keeping it back. Obviously Hell's got going quite tanky, reinforced boots and Void Stone. So she's still going to be able to put out quite a bit of damage once she finishes that Void Stone. As obviously it takes away all the base stats of the protection coming in. Ymir coming in from the side here. Gets the stun off onto Hell. There'll be no cleanse just yet. But there's a Spike's heal as well. And then a wall. So like Hell's got so much sustain at the moment that Ymir can't really do anything. In the left lane they're being pushed back under tower again. I was hoping for maybe some poke. Probably a bit of poke coming out there. Yep. Shadow does miss the poke. Ares using his ultimate onto Freya to use Freya and Sobek actually. Stun wall from 4. Did absolutely nothing. Sobek using his ultimate. They really want that Ares kill. Now Herc pushed Pompon into Ares, which is probably a really bad idea. But now who's taking the aggro from the tower? Pompon's taking the aggro from the tower. Ares did go down and all the ult power from Pompon is going down onto Hercules. Uses his Aegis Amulet to protect him from the last hits. And 4 is also going after him as well. Sobek manages to grab onto 4, putting it back. But Hell's coming in from the side in the jungle. Probably going to get a free off. Oh, gets beautiful banish there from Pompon. Can they get it? It's just the 1. 4's going up. Probably if he can land just at the right time. Sobek did go down in the meantime. The best coming in with it. More of a pushback ult. Hercules getting mashed up by 4. Hell come out from a heal coming out from Hell just keeps him up. Probably one more auto attack from Ymir would have actually secured another kill there, but that was really well done. Some things you kind of look at and go, ooh, did they really do that? Like the Hercules push under the tower on Pompon. He pushed him into Ares, so it ended up putting Pompon in perfect damage striking range for that. So he didn't really need to, well, just close the gap for him. He was taking the aggro from the tower, then decided to use his ultimate ability to get up. Got out the Aegis Amulet, so now that's gone down. Now, Zapman's having a little bit of trouble here with Guan Yu. Using his ultimate, did miss the stun. Ymir's coming in from behind, so the jump comes up, disorientating. Guan Yu uses his ult onto Zapman. Zapman uses his Aegis Amulet as well. Ymir not really doing anything. Just got stunned, obviously, from the third shot of the Guan Yu. And Guan Yu comes back, charges through Ymir. Zapman should have probably backed out of there as well. You don't want to back out sometimes. You feel if you got Ymir there, you can get an extra stun, maybe get a few kills, and you don't want to let something go. Hercules has rotated around right to kind of push forward, maybe get an extra kill there. Doesn't manage to get the knock up on Ymir, and has left Freya left. Freya and Sobek are still left. 4 has gone back. 4, how's he building? He's going Voidblade second after Wartabby boots. So it's a pretty standard. It's kind of like the standard, yeah, just a standard melee AD build. Get your boots, get your Voidblade. It's almost like get your, well, just get your boots or Voidstone as well. That also works for the magical users, quite nice. Ares misses the chains. 4 does get a standoff onto Sobek. Sobek just darts back into the jungle though. Keep pushing him back at the same time. The best just contending with Hell. Now Pompon and Sobek coming in there. We just missed that as he slides, wanted to turn. Spin coming out from Sobek there. Freya just beating down onto Hell. Hell uses the Aegis Amulet after gets him thrown by Sobek and then finished off by Guan Yu. I'm completely messing up the god names now. There's just so many casts, everything kind of mingled into one. So Zapman managed to finish the kill off there on Hell. We'll get Cursor pulling like a slight lead ahead of Copenhagen Wolves now. 3 kills down, 4k up on gold thanks to the Gold Fury, giving them extra 2k. Fertilis coming out now on Pompon. Obviously, he loves that item sometimes. He just likes being able to run backwards at full speed mainly. That's it. It just runs that back. Alquan has gone for a more tankier item, less damage. Zatman taking a bit of damage from 4's 3, who's spinning around. Doesn't manage to get the stun off as 4 managed to move out of the way before the stun spear came out. But yeah, Alquan has gone for Warlock Sash, so he's going to get on there. It's more of a tankier item as he's going to build health stacks, mana stacks. Does get the damage out, but it's just a little bit delayed on the damage. Just takes a little while to get all the stacks up for it. On her going for execution and second, so he's going to want that attack speed and penetration. Dropping a obsidian shard up there in front of Forge to kind of keep him back. Just also the showing that he's there and stop him pushing onto Alquan. Sobek's finished his Boots of Celerity, so look, he moves up so quickly. He's gone for the hide, but he stopped at level 2, and now he's going for Magi Blessing. So he's got level 1 Magi Blessing there, so he's going to want that passive to negate an ability every 30 seconds, which is quite a considerable amount, really, in respect about it. Because look, well, if you can stop one slow, one stun, that's paid for it itself. It's basically been a beat, really, for you every 30 seconds. Hell finished the Void Stone and a Reinforced Boots. Gem of Isolation coming out on Guan Yu, and Mystical Mark on Ares is going to have that. Ymir went Boots of Celerity as well, and is going for a Void Stone, so he's looking to do a little bit more damage than just solid tank early on. Banish coming out onto Hell. Hell gets stunned against the Obsidian Shard and flinged back by Sobek, and then finished off by Pompon. So that was like a tri-combo thing going on. Banish, stun, fling, dead. Stun coming out from 4. Hercules gets the flicker onto Sobek, pushes him back, spins. He does spin 4 out the way. Guan Yu coming in from behind, going onto Pompon, but then decides Pompon uses Aegis Amulet and then gets out of there. Also, Obsidian Shard underneath Hell. Hercules. Hercules gets banished into the air, so now he's kind of a bit vulnerable. Ares manages to grab 3 of the Curse Game inside, and Pompon there's like beads, Aegis used there, and an ultimate, so 3 abilities used just to prevent that pull. 4 is now going into the air. I don't quite know where he's going to want to land. Maybe on the best, possibly, just to kind of wind him up. Should be coming down any second now. If not, he's backing out. No, does decide to back out there. Didn't want to kind of dive into the group, as Curse did back out there. Managed to get the stun off on Hercules. Hercules uses his Aegis Amulet, and the ultimate from on her comes out and seals the deal for that kill. It's the same old thing with the Aegis Amulet. It stops one burst. Alquan ult coming in there, gets 4 down considerably, pushes him right back. He decides just to get the hell out of there as he was going to die. Fling it up onto Guan Yu. Guan Yu tries to push back there, but gets blocked by the Obsidian Shard, then takes a load of damage from everybody else. Ultimate from Ymir used just to secure that kill as well. Also with the extra slow in there would have held him in a bit more. But yeah, there's just the Aegis Amulet pronunciation's kind of a bit iffy sometimes. It's a good item to stop burst damage like the Alquan ult and ultimate abilities and stuff like that. But it does leave you vulnerable because everybody knows when it's going to stop. So they can just stand around you and hit you with everything they've got once you come out and secure the kill. About 50% of the time, maybe about 30-40% of the time, I see it get used. It's pretty much just to delay the inevitable. Most of the time you use it, you're gonna die. Other unless you're at the back and you're on your own. And sometimes it really is exceptional use, but majority of the time you're just delaying getting killed. Now we've got ward coverage mainly. Curse on the left, Copenhagen on the right. Copenhagen only have 1 ward at the moment though. So we'll just see how Freya's getting stunned up by 4 and also just there. Does get the banish onto 4. Also uses the sprint. Now it's running around. 4's going up into the air. Hercules taking a load of damage. 4 comes down. Hell has rotated left. Pompon half health using his ultimate ability. Maybe going to see some Aegis coming out here. No. They're all Hercules just kind of tanked that and juked it on her using his ultimate onto Hercules. Hercules throws his boulder and then Pompon does go down to Hell with a 1-2 combo and finishes it off. Hammer throw coming out there from 4 just to kind of get out of there. He was in a bad situation. He's still in a bad situation, actually. Obsidian Shard misses the stun. Alcorn coming in, getting the tornado, uses the squall. Now 4 does go back instead of kept going under the tower. Took the spike damage and then gets finished off by On Her. Guan Yu also coming in now. This is like a free... Everyone's coming in one by one. Guan Yu using his ultimate ability just purely just to kind of get out there. Gets picked up by Sobek, thrown out under there. Zapman needs to be careful. One charge from Guan Yu will finish him off. Aegis Amulet coming out there from Zapman as well. Alcorn's also coming in there to, did catch Guan Yu. On Her went down to Hell. Hell's going to go down as well. Yeah, there's nothing really Hell can do. She's going to get spun up, done up. Just kind of running around now. Running through. If anything, she could have done with just running into the jungle. So was that pretty much just everyone from Copenhagen Wolves just died there? I believe so. Hercules area. Yeah. The whole team died there for Copenhagen Wolves. So that's really put Curse Gaming ahead. They're over 10k ahead now. As well as, what is it, like 8 kills ahead? It's quite a considerable lead now. And also, if you look at, you can just see by the items at the bottom, Curse Gaming have completely finished 3 items, whereas Copenhagen Wolves are pretty much starting their 3rd item, or Hell's just finished hers, but she's just in the middle. She's middle laning anyway. So she gets the actual gold as it is. Movement speed buff up there. They're just counter warding going on. Just pushing back 4 and Ares. Sneakily taking the damage buff while we're looking there. Sobek gets a spin out onto 4. 4 gets thrown up into the air by him. Uses his ultimate to get out of this, as he was taking so much damage actually from the Sobek. Needed to get out of there because once Freya comes out, it's pretty much game over. Now, Curse has such an item lead and not really too much on the levels, only a couple. The best is quite far up though, he's level 18. And now deciding to go for a Fire Giant. No one's really going to contest this. Guan Yu is here, but not going to be able to do too much. Guan Yu doesn't have Hand of God, so couldn't even really contest that anyway. Gets taken down by an On Her's ultimate. Sobek's all coming out there. Cleanse onto Hell, prevents the fling up by Sobek, and then they all just back out. So they only really lost 1. Now, we've also got Ares there in just a really bad spot. Should have just backed out when his teammates went the other way and just completely left it. Cursor now going to go in there and finish off the Fire Giant relatively unscathed. Alcorn's ult coming out actually from the Fire Giant as they knew they were there from the wards. Manages to secure another kill on Hercules. Nearly almost does it onto 4 as well, but 4 uses his hammer to come out. So that was really good there. You got the wall coverage. You can see them coming. Obviously on the from about this view they would be blue, and you can see obviously 4 over there in the distance is red. So he would have seen them coming and then drops down his ultimate ability through that channel and then secures 1 kill and messes up 4. So 4 gets pushed back quite hard. Now it looks like they are going to go for the right hand tower. Just push that down. Pompon is going to clear the creep wave just to prevent any delay happening there. And just keep it going. Everyone's kind of, yeah, just rocking on. On Her, Zapman has taken Executioner and Titan's Bane, so he's gone for that extra tank destroyer build. Obviously going to remove all the physical protection from pretty much anyone that he goes up against. Mystical Mark finished onto Ares, so that'll be doing some kind of like area effect damage as well. Not a lot, but every little helps, as they say. And carrying on, the right hand tower will go down for Copenhagen Wolves as they're all getting pushed back. Cursor just pushing them now. There's not much they can really answer for at the minute. Stun wall coming out from 4. Hammer throw as well. Guan Yu getting flicked up by Sobek. Ares also in a bad situation. He's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. He can't get out of there because obviously he's got the obsidian rock in his way. Uses his ultimate ability to kind of pull 2 people. I don't think it actually pulls anyone. Pom Pom jumps into the air, uses his ultimate ability onto Ares. Ares should go down. On Her's ultimate goes out as well. Ares does go down. 4 is using his ult to get out. Alcorn's ult's come out, but it wasn't going to hit anybody. 4 does manage to get out of that. Will most likely land down in the pool to kind of save himself. He could come in. No, he does go down. Ultimate from Young Bay there. The big giant baseball. Look, there's this On Her stun going out onto Spooch. Or Spoon. I don't know. He's taking one more probably auto attack before he can get the hammer through. No, he does manage to get away with the hammer. Luckily enough, that if that one more connect would have hit from the javelin. We've got Hercules and Guan Yu kind of stuck in the position again. They're just between 5 people on one. Guan Yu going to go down. Stun coming out from 4. Not going to do any favours, really. It's just blocking them in more. Hell's doing a load of area effect damage onto the 3 of them. Now, maybe using her 1 onto Satman might have helped, but she gets spear thrown back further there. And, well, we lost everybody but 4 in that thing. Cursor going straight in for the Minotaur. Going to finish this game here and now. Send Copenhagen Wolves into the losers bracket, and they're going to go up against Cursor going to go up against Root Gaming in the semi-finals. Deicide coming out there at the end of the game when 4 goes down, and I'll see you guys in the next match. Oh yeah, flex baby.